Welcome back to the show. After 3 long, messy days, I'm still digging a little paint out from underneath my fingernails. Our little boy's room makeover is complete. It was a lot of fun. I gotta say, if I was a 6-year-old little boy, I think I'd want to live here too. But before I show you the finished product, let's take one last look at the way the room was at the beginning of our show. Owen had a very typical room for a 6-year-old boy. He had a little boy's bed, lots of toys, like every little kid I know. He had a Lego fetish. He had them everywhere. And his mom Zoe was having a problem keeping him organized. The walls were fine, they were blue, they were just a little plain. Owen needed a little pizzazz. Zoe wanted a place where he could come play. Well, what do you think about this right now? I think he could come play in here. Let's talk about all the elements that we pulled together to get this look. First and foremost, we've been talking about this the whole show, the chalkboard paint. What we did is something a little unusual. We painted chalkboard paint from the very top of the ceiling all the way down to the floorboards. He can literally color this entire room. And just to make it a little bit more interesting, I decided to paint a cityscape, as you can see. Look closely at these images, people. It's not difficult. We've got squares, we've got rectangles, and we've got triangles. All I did was tape it off and paint just to get those crisp edges. It's not anything that you can't do at home. It was easy. It did take a while. I'm going to say it took us a good day to get all that on there, but it's totally simple, totally something you could do. And what I like too about these really basic shapes is that he can change the whole look. I've drawn this on here. I've got our crazy cityscape, but if he wanted to erase all the chalk and turn this into a mountain, into a ski lodge, whatever he wants, the shapes are still basic enough that he can still play around with it, which I think is great. As far as furniture, 2 really basic toy boxes that we got from IKEA. Normally I don't like these big basic toy boxes because what ends up happening, and you know if you have kids and they have those little toys, all the little ones shake down to the bottom and you can't find them. But here's what we did to rectify that problem here. We put little bins in here. You know, little boys aren't very organized, and I'm not sure how organized this will stay in the long run, but it's at least getting them on the right track. We'll put all the Legos in one, we'll put all the action figures in the other, keep our fingers crossed and hope he stays organized. As far as the bedding, normally what I tell people to do is to buy the fabric first. It's an easy way to get color coordination in a room. If you'd bought this first, we could have gone with all the colors in the room from that, but we were actually kind of held back a little bit by our paint color. The paint, the chalkboard paint, only came in certain colors, so we had to work with what we had on the walls and then try to match our fabrics, which sometimes can be a real challenge. But we found this bedding and it's beautiful. It's got actually all the colors we needed. It picks up a little bit of the periwinkle from the paint and a little bit of the green in the carpet, so we got really lucky there. And then for the window treatments, I didn't necessarily want to bring in like draperies for a little boy's room. Sometimes it can look really feminine, but I like these. They've just got a tree on them. And what I was trying to, you know, when I saw them, I thought, well, we've got the cityscape, and maybe this is like our Central Park. Earlier in the show, we bought this very scary Venus flytrap, and it's a very delicate flower. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but it looks really cool right now. We have it in the dome. You can see it's starting to get some moisture on the side, so maybe we've got a chance at it lasting. Who knows? Over on this side of the room, we kept the desk that Owen had in here before. It was in pretty good shape. Obviously a hand-me-down from Big Sister because it had these pink flowers over here, but what we thought we would do is add a couple of little googly eyes to it in hopes that maybe it would look like Patrick from SpongeBob. I'm not sure how close we got to that, but it's cute, whatever. The desk is in good shape. We just traded out the chair, brought in something a little more masculine and a little more comfortable. As far as the top of the wall here, we needed a place to display Owen's artwork. He is a prolific artist, so I made a cork board using cork trivets from the kitchen department. If you don't know what a trivet is, it's the little piece of material that you put on your countertops so that your hot pots and pans don't scorch the top. The shape was perfect. It's made out of cork. It's got a nice little graphic look, so I decided to use it. It was really inexpensive. I think these are almost 75 cents a piece, something like that. So we were able to create this entire area very inexpensively. We're all set. I think that's it. Brought in a nice green rug. Looks like grass. We've got a whole cityscape here, which I think is awesome. I love it. I know Owen has been really good too about it not looking, so he says that she's been keeping the door shut. He's been sleeping with Mom and Dad, so I think he peeked a little bit maybe the first day, but he hasn't seen how it looks all together, so I am so excited to bring him in and see what he thinks, so let's get him now. We have tortured Owen long enough. We're going to bring him in right now. All right, Owen, what do you think about your room? What do you think? Are you speechless? Over here. Did you know you can draw on the walls? From the very top to the very bottom? I'll let you take it in. Mom, what do you think about the room?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm so glad. We got lots of storage. I know Mom surreptitiously snuck in here last night while Owen wasn't looking and organized all your Legos. Check this out, dude. Watch. What do you think about that? Now when you're looking for a Lego piece, it's gonna be so easy.
The bed, the wall, the me's flight traps. That's all I really saw when I walked in, but I like that receipt.
If you want any more information about this room, any of the details where we bought the stuff, you can always go to our website at livewellnetwork.com and like us on Facebook.
I love all the storage that he gets, especially the ones under the bed.
It's exactly what I think he wanted.
For Owen, Zoe, and Izzy, and me, it's all the time we got for our show. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Lisa, for making my room cool.